Yes, people, welcome back to the channel for a short video giving my thoughts on the latest news on Frenkie de Jong injured. Looks like he's going to be out for between 5 to 6 weeks and he's going to miss El Clásico. I will be sharing my screen in a minute, but is Barcelona fans too worried? Obviously, me as a Barca fan, I'm that worried that Frenkie de Jong is injured. Yeah, I am, but not as much as I would have been if this was last season. And on this video, will obviously say the reasons why I'm not that worried. But I still think I've said plenty of times that Frenkie de Jong is the most important player in this Barcelona squad. So yeah, according to multi reports, even Xavi today said that is basically is a big blowout that Frenkie de Jong is injured. It's very important for Barcelona. It has been important. We saw how important he was last season, and even this season, the games that he's played so far, he just keeps improving. He just keeps getting better and better. What a player, by the way! What a player! Of course, we always going to miss Frankie de Jong, but like I said, if this was last season, I would definitely be worried. We saw last season when Pedri was out, we struggled. But when you look at the signings that we made this season, like he's making the difference. This is when you look at Barcelona's squad this season compared to last season. We had Ronald Araujo injured, we had Pedro injured, we had Dembele, we had quite a few injured, which we struggled. Yeah, we won La Liga, but we could have done better last season if we did not have this kind of injuries. But when you look at this season, the squad depth this season, which is better, and I will be talking about that on this video. Let me just quickly share my screen, giving my thoughts, but make sure you guys keep supporting the channel by smashing the like. As always, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. There will be plenty of videos, mainly Barcelona and Argentina. But obviously, I will try and do my best in bringing in, you know, they have top five leagues, means the top clubs as well. So yeah, let me just quickly share my screen share my Twitter right now, so then we can all go through with the latest that according to multi reports, like this one in here, Frankie de Jong is said to be out for over 1 month, means like I said, 5 to 6 weeks with an ankle injury. And is a major doubt for October Classic against Madrid. I strongly believe he will miss that, and I strongly believe Xavi will not risk with De Jong. And let me just quickly bring in a few more news in here, like Xavi saying about this money. Obviously, we got Pedri who might be back for El Clásico. We don't know, yeah, but look, the depth in the squads is good. I'm not gonna lie, better than last season. Obviously, with Oriol Romeo and Gunningham, and when you look at Gavi, who is a complete different player when he actually plays on his position, which is a centre mid. Is Gavi has so much talent. Once I called Gavi overrated, I did, because we saw Xavi was just wasting Gavi talent, sticking him on that left side, on that left winger. And we've seen in the last few games Gavi in the midfield, the difference between seeing a Gavi in the left and in the middle, which, this is where I'm not worried, because I know Pedri is up, he's injured. Yeah, they are important players. They are key for Barca. We know that once Frenkie de Jong is back, is fit, Pedri, they will be starting. But when you look the signings of Gunningham, Oriol Romeo, looks like Barcelona midfield will be Gavi, Oriol Romeo, and Gunningham. And let's not forget, like Gavi mentioned about Sergio. I'm not a fan of Sergio Roberto. I've mentioned this lots of times because I know he can play in multiple positions. He can play everywhere, but I'm sorry. In any of the positions the guy play, he's not good enough. So I will expect, Xavi to play Gavi, Gunningham, and Oriol Romeo, which is still a good midfield. We've seen a difference between Gavi in the middle and Gavi on the left. So yeah, I mean, looks like Frankie de Jong is going to miss out quite a few games. And it's shame. It's shame because we're talking about a, a very underrated player, a player that loves the club, a player that gives everything, a player that has so much talent, a player that can play in multi positions. Yes, we're gonna miss him, but when you look, as I've just mentioned, Barcelona a squad depth this season, especially in that midfield, which, like I said, last season Pedri was injured, we struggled, right? Because we had Frankie Kaisai, we had Sergio Roberto, which that wasn't good in our midfield, and obviously we had to play Gavi most of the times on a left, which I call him overrated. Yeah, because Xavi was wasting his talent. We didn't see the best of Gavi, and now we've seen Gavi in our midfield, like we've seen in the past. What a footballer! A completely different footballer, and he's been improving so much in the last few games as he's been playing as a centre mid. We saw against Celta when Frenkie de Jong got injured, like he come on, look at that assist for, Joan Cancelo, that epic comeback against Celta. What an assist. I mean, Gavi gives everything. Gavi just gives his 200%. He fights every ball. He's good in small spaces, in big spaces. He just doesn't give up. He's box to box. He's also has so much technique as well, which, he's a good player. He's a very good player. He's still very young, but, you know, he will be the one that replacing Frankie de Jong. Can he do Frankie de Jong job? I just don't think any player can do any player job because every player is different. But yeah, I think he's going to do well. I think, I'm not that much worried. I am a little bit worried because I always want to see Frankie de Jong play. I'm a big fan of Frankie de Jong, and I wish if Barca give him at least another 10 years of a new contract. But look, is what it is. We're lucky because we made some good signings which improved the squads, and now I think we'll be all right. Looking, Barcelona next few games, and we're gonna have a break as well, international break, which will help. Looks like Pedri will be coming back after the international break, but then Frankie de Jong, we don't know, 5 to 6 weeks. I believe he will miss El Clásico, but let's see. Sometimes it seems like this kind of injuries, an ankle injuries, like with hamstring. Sometimes it's best not to risk because the season is long, right? The season have only just started. The season is long, so let's not take risks, right? And I'm sure Xavi, he has made so many mistakes in the past with injuries, with this kind of injuries, Russian players to play, and other mistakes he has made. He has improved so much at Xavi, which will be Superman manager always until the end. He's Xavi, legend of the club, but yeah, he's getting better. But there's a lot of things he needs to improve, and I'm sure Xavi will not rush Frenkie de Jong like with players like Pedri and stuff. Last season we had to rush them because we didn't have anyone, and that is the reality. We did not have anyone. We won La Liga, which we was the best team. We won La Liga. I mean, La Liga was done like 2 3 months before La Liga finished last season, and we could have done better. Yes, we could, and I believe this season we're gonna have a better season. I know these injuries, these kind of injuries like Frank de Jong was out, Ronald Araujo was out. He's come back now. The same with Pedri and stuff. This kind of injury is gonna happen. The season is long, but a squad depth is so much better. Which let's hope we don't get many injuries because I believe and I've got a feeling that I've seen my club back again. I'm enjoying watching my club, and I think soon. I think this season we're gonna have a better season. But yeah, look, people, that is my thoughts about latest news on Frankie de Jong injury, and Ferrero will always be back. And I really appreciate every single one of you, which you guys keep always supporting me. I do like to have a band and stuff. I do like trolling sometimes, but look, at the end of the day, it's football. We all love football. It's our passions. I mean, I've lived all my life like this. Just football in my head, football, football, football. But we can agree and we can disagree as long as we respect everyone's opinion. That is the most important thing. It will make the game even more beautiful and more fun. So yeah, that is my thoughts on Frankie de Jong. Make sure you guys keep supporting the channel, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you. Plenty of videos will be coming up. God bless you all. Thank you. Vamos. Visca Barça sempre.